Well, on behalf of the team at Gallop TV and myself, Dees Dianan, a very warm welcome to our preview show for Fairview on this Friday, the 27th. We race in Kabeka, we race on the poly track, and to you, the racing fan, the valued racing fan, I trust that you're having a fair week, and as always, we welcome our analyst from Port Elizabeth, our expert there, who is none other than Grant Paddock. I think the first thing to start off, Grant, is how's the weather down in your part of the world?
Morning, Dees. Morning, punters. Yeah, weather's been good this week, must say. Very good, but it is going to be turning over the weekend, but we should have a good day's racing in tomorrow without any hiccups, Dees.
I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I haven't been doing the show with you, obviously on different shifts, but how's your form been?
Yeah, we had a good meeting, last meeting. I think the best bet was in, the suggested bet was in. It's been not too bad, Eddie, but they've still now and then those crystal ballers come up and it's difficult to find. But last meeting was a good one.
Yeah, it happens at every centre around the country. You find the rough results, you get the dividends. So, race number 1, 1,200 metres with 8 races carded. Race number 1 will kick off the bipod. And let's have a look at the field, and I'll give you the horses in single figures betting-wise, Grant. Number 1, Final Edition, is at 5-2. Number 3, Grey Smoke, is at 33-10. 4 is Swiss Walt at 5-2. Ubusika, number 5, is at 9-2. And Fuji-san is at 11-2. Just judging by the way they are betting, Grant, it seems to be very tight. There's no horse that has separated itself from the balance of the field when it comes to the fixed odds betting market. So it's a competitive start to the bipod.
Yeah, very competitive start, Dees. Strange enough, I see you got the Final Edition at 5-2. Looks like it definitely needs a bit further. Dynasty out of a Jetmaster mare. Been running over further in Cape Town, but Greef does like to bring them out and start them in a sprint. You got to respect that. I made the race between Swiss Volt and Grey Smoke. They've met twice, and Swiss Volt's ended up in front twice. So I'm going to stick with Swiss Volt. Swiss Volt from Grey Smoke. The improver here is definitely number 7, Fuji-san. Comes out of that same Mr. Whistle form line and finishing very strongly, and at a vital stage had to be eased. So he's definitely the improver in the race. But I think 3 and 4 should get you through the bipod, and if you larger players, 7 and 1, but 3 and 4 should suffice.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on number 7, Fuji-san, because first up for Kelly, there was support for this horse, Grant, from 10-1 into 7-2, so was quietly fancied.
Yeah, he was quietly fancied. I'm not 100% sure if it was stable money, to be honest with you, Dees. They do prefer him over a touch further. They said to me, as soon as when he gets over the mile, he's going to be a very decent horse. But, he showed very, very good improvement from his first run in Cape Town. And they normally tend to improve with runs in the Mitchley yard.
Okay, numbers 3 and 4 for Grant in the bipod, and as he suggested, if you are looking for more cover, then consider numbers 1 and 7. On to the place accumulator, which is race number 2, and you need to get your bets on by 13:10. It's over 1,200 meters. The field and the betting, Grant, number 1 at 6-1, number 2 at 8-1, number 3 is 22-10. That's a horse that does interest me. 4 at 15-10, and 5 at 28-10. I think let's begin with this horse that will be debuting for Gavin Smith, and I see bookmakers got it up at 22-10, the second pick in the betting market. Obviously people going blind with horses like this first up, but there is some fair Gauteng form.
Yeah, Dees, 100%. There definitely is. I think that form is too strong for this field, and I see it's a horse that shows a lot of pace as well. So I'm very strong in the camp of Best Intentions from this filly, Patton Denise, who ran a very good race first time out, running on strongly, and that's going to be a definite runner over 1,200 meters if the second run doesn't catch it out. Same story for Sijiaka, second run after a long break. That's why I'm pointed in the direction of Best Intentions, and I think he's actually worth a bet.
Best Intentions is worth a bet. I like the green light given there by Grant, because often is the case you find these horses that come down first up, whether it's from Gauteng or Cape Town. If they're good enough to win on debut in Gqeberha, they win. So 22-10, best intentions, and Grant's cover there. I think he likes a bit of number 5. That was your cover bet there, Grant, if the guys want to play one more horse with your cover, number 5.
100%, Pantanish.
Pantanish. Okay, those are the 2 runners in the place accumulator, but just reading in between the lines, I think best intentions at 22-10 after this show, that may not last. On to the pick 6, 1,000 meters, merit rated 74 handicap, and the big one will begin at 13:45. Now, the betting here, number 2 is at 9-2, 3 at 7-2, 4 at 22-10. A very interesting runner here is number 7, Raptor Island, at 8-1, and 8 at 8-1. I'm going to begin with the horse that I think, you know what, we'll see after the race if this was cleverly placed or not, because he is a maiden. And Kelly Mitchley has gone with the claim 4, which could be the master stroke here. But the horse has got a rating, and I don't blame her, you know, for placing this horse where she has, Grant.
Yeah, listen, he's a qualified maiden, I can tell you that, but he's going to come in here with no weight on his back. The only problem is he likes to stretch his legs in front, and they're really going to go hard here. The likes of Esther, Global Force, they are really, really quick horses, including Tiger in Red. So the weight off's definitely going to help. I can see him running into the quartets. I don't know if he can beat either the 3 or the 4, or even the 2. I've got him at the back end of the quartets. I really like this horse, Global Force. He really is a super quick horse. He goes very well on the poly, ran a good race in a plated race last time out, and I think he's going to be the horse to beat. I think Gavin Smith holds a solid hand here. Tuscan Gold's got very good Johannesburg form, and any repeat of that taking to the poly must make it a big runner as well. And then obviously Esther, she's got a filly against the boys, lumping 60.5 from a bad draw. She's got it all to do. But I make it between the 3 and the 4. I give it to the 3 from the 4, the 2, and then rounding up with a 7 at the back. But I really like the Smith combination here.
Okay, you like the Smith combination. You've given us 4 horses. How would you suggest we play the pick 6 then?
These four horses, 2, 3, 4, and 7.
2, 3, 4, and 7. That is it. 4 horses, minimizing the spend here in race number 3, and we could get off to a flying start. I can guarantee you that if any of these horses win, I think that the pick 6 will be playing much more than 4 rand after leg 1. For the ones that Grant's give it. And I like the fact that he's included the maiden, number 7, Raptor Island. On to race number 4, 1,300 meters, merit rated 78 handicap. Jackpot 1, Grant. Number 1, El Romeyachi at 6-1. Number 2 at 5-1. Then we got 7 at 9-2, 8 at 4-1, and 10 at 7-2. I think the last time I did the show with you, Grant, I did mention this horse, El Romeyachi, that he was the most run horse last season, and already this season he's had 4 runs in the space of 3 months, and this is his 5th run. So he's on the boil, this horse. I mean, as a 7-year-old, this must be an iron horse, a soldier.
Yeah, he's definitely an iron horse, I can tell you it. For what he's doing, it's unbelievable. But he holds a flag high. He's always a solid PA banker. He's always in the money, and he's done very well for Zisman, I must be honest. Might be a bit difficult off that weight in the draw. I like this horse, Timbavati River. He was very unlucky last time out to go down to Path of Choice. Nice draw, nice weight to carry. I made the race between him on the road again and El Romeyachi. I think they'll run 1, 2, 3, and then you could probably add in number 2 for pick 6s as well.
So you're going 1, 8, and 10, and then if you want to include one more runner in the pick 6, Grant is suggesting number 2. But reading in between the lines there, I agree with him. Number 10, Timbavati River, on that last start, that must be the horse to beat. So 1, 2, 8, and 10. I'm jotting these numbers down, Grant. Maybe I'll read them out at the end of the show. We'll see how much this pick 6 costs, because you have given a bet. but the pick six is always worth ending Friday off on a high. Race number 5, 1,300 meters, merit weighted, 78 handicap for fillies and mares. How they betting? Number 1 at 5 to 2, 2 at 7 to 2, 3 at 4 to 1, 4 at 6 to 1, 6 is a 4 to 1 shot, 7 at 5 to 1, 8 at 8 to 1. Now this is one of the races where I've just written HELP, Grant Paddock, in my book, because that's what it is, Grant. I don't know what to do in this race.
Well, Dees, I must be honest with you. I thought it was a fairly easy race. This filly, Angel C, she's holding solid form. And she won a race that she shouldn't have won, was short of her best 1,000 meters. They absolutely flew, and she rounded off the race extremely well. The form that she's in, she's got a 6-point penalty, but I must tell you, I think this field is a bit weaker than what she faced last time out. In fact, it's quite a bit weaker. So I make Angel C actually a good thing. Her danger is Demigod, but she's flattered to deceive you in Port Elizabeth. She's dropped in the merit rating. She has got a decent chance. There's no doubt. She's my backup to Angel C. I thought Angel C was the winner in this race. If you forced to go, if you want to go wider, Colorama and Global Goddess, for my pick six, I've only gone 1 and 2.
Wow, that is a help. That is a massive help, because when I came to race number 5, I was thinking, no, there's 9 runners. If I want to use my rule, which is, you know, if it's more than half the field, it becomes a field race. It was always becoming a field race for me, but you've helped in a big way to reduce that firm, Grant. Numbers 1 and 2 for Grant Paddock, race number 5. Then on to the 6th race, 1,600 meters, merit rated 65, and this is the way they are betting here. Well, number 4, Mother of Pearl, is at 9 to 2. 2, Empire Blue, is at 2 to 1, and 7, Grand Destiny, is at 2 to 1. Well, the fixed odds betting market can't split them. Numbers 3 and 7. Can you split them? And are both horses good enough for the pick six, or have you found something else here?
Dees, I made my best bets on the card in this race. Race 6, number 7, Grand Destiny. Another horse that's been holding solid form, and I think it's time for him to win his next race. He's definitely found the right race. The biggest danger is Empire Blue, ran a very good race last time out in a handicap in the Racing Association plate, which was a very good run, 4 lengths to a horse that was rated at 105. He's definitely going to be the biggest danger to Grand Destiny. I made that the 1, 2, and probably the exact of the day. And in the pick six, those 2 horses are going to suffice. Only the 2 horses, 7 and 5.
Wow, this is getting very affordable for anybody that's watching the show. Just 2 runners here, numbers 5 and 7. So just like the previous race, we're styling in this pick six. We're going into the penultimate race, which is race number 7. 2,200 meters, which is the Hollywoodbets Durbanville July distance. It's a pinnacle stakes where we often go to the best weighted column as a guide. I'll read it out to you, but let's go to the betting firstly. Number 2, Quasimodo at 4 to 1. 3, Peace in Our World at 9 to 2, and we're really looking for some peace in our world at this stage around the globe. Number 4, Bournemouth at 12 to 10. And number 8, Red William at 9 to 2. There is some cracking good form to go around with a few of the runners here, Grant. And one of them is most certainly number 4, Bournemouth. Can he go 4 on the bounce? 12 to 10 is his price.
D, 12 to 10 is a good price. Definitely one of the best bets on the card. His last run was super impressive. He got the full 6 points, but it was in Pinnacle. It was in a Pinnacle as well. He's back in a Pinnacle. He's got no concerns with the poly track. Very hard horse to beat. A banker in the pick six. Anybody who wants to cover, just add in the 2. Those 2 horses will suffice. But you could solidly bank a Bournemouth, and he can be your banker, your pick six banker, as well as every other exotic, and into your doubles and trebles on the day as well. So very strong on Bournemouth. A very hard horse to beat.
Wow, that is confidence personified. Grant, I mentioned that I'll read out the best weighted column for our racing fans. It is topped by number 1, Tarantino, at 94. Then it's tied between 2, 4, 3, and 5. You wouldn't be considering this horse Tarantino at the weights with the claim 4, because that's what they're factoring in. He seems to be off form, huh?
Off form, 2,200 too far. Definitely not in the equation, Dees.
Okay, summarizing, Bournemouth, Grant likes that. He's given cover in the pick six with 2 Quasimodo. I'm jotting these numbers down that I'll read at the end of the show, Grant. What are we going to do for this pick six? Are we going to stick with our trend with the 2 horses, 2 and 4? Are you going to bank a 4?
I'm going to bank a 4 there, Dees.
Banker 4. Okay, it's looking more like a placed accumulator than a pick six. Okay, race number 8, 1900 meters, merit weighted 66 handicap for fillies and mares. And by the looks of things, Grant, I think you got some money to spend here in race number 8 if you want to do so. But maybe you're still going to go short. Number 1, 11 to 2, 2 at 7 to 2, 3 at 9 to 2, 5 at 33 to 10, number 6 at 8 to 1. 7 respectable miss at 7 to 2, and then it is double figures the balance. 10 horses go to post on the poly track over 1900, Grant, and I think that many will be looking towards the source respectable miss. I just want to ask you one question about her though before we begin. I don't know what happened last time out, but I watched the race from draw 1. She was at the back of the field. You know, is that a running style, or if something went off when the starter said go? Stubborn. Extremely stubborn horse. Plays up at the pens. That's why he can't rely. She should run into the money. She ran a very good race last time out. There's no doubt. She is just getting on in age now. I think she's a 6-year-old. Yeah, she's a 6-year-old. But the right kind of a race for her. You know, we've gone light throughout the day, and I'd like to just say one thing. You're going into a fillies and mares merit rated 66. In the last leg of the pick six, I honestly think you need FLD the field. I do like respectable miss, Dream Star, Trip to Barberton, St. Cloud, Gold for Africa, and Opera Swing. So I'm going to stick to your motto. If it's more than half the field, you go field, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've tipped it 7, 5, 2, 1, but as I say, field in the pick six because we have gone light early on. Well, I can tell you that you've earned it, because before we go to your value bet and your best bet and what bet you've given for the show, let me read out the pick. Before this leg, Grant, your pick six was costing 64 Rand. The one that I've jotted down that I'm going to read to the guys. And if they included the field in the last leg, multiplied by 10 at the time of recording, 10 horses, it becomes 640. This is how it looks. First leg, 2, 3, 4, 7, 4 runners. Second leg, 1, 2, 8, and 10, 4 runners. Third leg, 1 and 2, 2 runners. Fourth leg, 5 and 7, 2 runners. Fifth leg, banker for Bournemouth. That is the banker. And the last leg, field multiplied by 10. That will be 640 Rand. Thank you for that, Grant. I've managed to give the guys a pick six, but let's go over to your suggested bet that you've given for the show. Thank you very much, Dees. My best bet, race 6, number 7, Grand Destiny. My value bet, race 8, number 7, Respectable Mist. And my suggested bet, which is the bipod, goes as follows. First leg, 3 and 4, by 3 and 5, by 3 and 4, by 1 and 10, by 1 and 2, by banker 7 for 32 Rand. Yeah, that is a very affordable spend, guys. 32 Rand one time. You double up in a few of the legs. Boom, bang. You could be sitting in the pound seats. Like the way Grant has given us his thoughts on this card, because when I initially had a look at it, I can promise you that my pick six was not working out at 640 Rand. You've been a big help on the show, Grant, and hopefully everything goes according to plan on Friday. As you mentioned, beautiful weather. And it looks like a card that, if things go the way you want them to go and the way you've tipped on the show, there's some good money to be made. Thank you so much. 100% D's, and good luck to those punters tomorrow. Hopefully you have a profitable day. Goodbye. Thanks to Grant Paddock. Thanks to the Gallop TV team. You have a wonderful day in Kabeja on Friday, where we race on the poly track at Fairview. Have a blast. Find all the winners. Make a huge profit. And until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.